Hey everybody, this is Vox Insanitary. Been a while since we started in here. Mostly, this is going to be a bonus video of mostly just me looking at the logs we haven't seen. I wanted to be in here though, just to, yeah, we might get another one by the end of this, but yeah, that's not good. All right, but let's look at the database stuff we haven't seen yet. So, enzyme, people, horse, leaving. That's entering first. People who drawn water are filled with peepers arriving from the surface. Fish show no sign of distress. Specimens scanned. All have consumed high quantities of seeds and organic materials from the surface. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection, and they leave. Specimens show no symptoms of infections. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibits it. Yes. Specimen stomach cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged their contents before entering the pipes. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain part of the mechanism by which life on this planet survived since the bacterial outbreak. Which makes sense. Now that seems like a pretty results-based evolution, but whatever. Creature decoy. What does it say about it? Catch-all solution for mimicking the behavior of a living creature for the purpose of scientific research. So, tracks predators of all kind. Limited lifespan. Yeah, we knew that was a thing. Still suit. Again, it surprises me they got away with this. Minimize water loss by exploiting hostile environments by filtering and recycling bodily waste. The still suit. Because drinking reclamated urine is better than death by dehydration. I mean, that's accurate. Blood and sweat may be affected prostate. Upgrade to Mark II to make the most of tears. Nice. Which is part of the original still suit. Actually, no, they didn't catch tears because that was Mohadib gives water for the dead. Yes, I have just read that book. So, alien building block. This rock-like is organic as well as mechanical parts, and there's some genetic and technological crossover with the designs of the self-warping constructs encountered elsewhere. It appears to serve no purpose in its current state, as awaiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been the building blocks of the aliens' technology, or even of the aliens themselves. But are they saying, like, this is what the structures are made of? Because this looks a lot different. Just, I mean, maybe it transforms and stuff, but, I mean, it sounds like it's polymorphic, but still. This might be a different alien. Alien carving. Hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognizable natural fiber grown on an unknown planet, it bears a striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang symbol. Yeah, definitely does. Two component theories may explain the similarities. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of Chinese philosophy. The concept of yin and yang is universal. Since yin and yang describe fundamental interdependency of seemingly opposing forces, it may be a necessary existential understanding in some form of all sufficiently developed civilizations. The tapering to circles in opposites of infinitesimally smaller points is one logical way to represent this understanding and may have been developed independently by species other than humans. Interesting. I feel like there's also the third explanation of they just like this shape. Like this could also sort of be like two tadpoles or something. I don't know. Like this could just be, you know, not everything has to have a deeper meaning. But that is kind of interesting. This artifact is empowered, suggesting it serves a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines spiraling upwards towards a warm blue stone mounted above it. It may represent a plant found in the alien's homeworld, a building, or the gravitational pull of the home solar system. So wait a minute, if it's not powered, how is it floating? Is this just the classic magnet, or is it like, are they so advanced they can have like little anti-gravity things that don't actually use power? Also, so this ancient Earth date back to the 13th century, blood samples from the date of 7 separate heads of state from the period. This evidence supports the theory that aliens are an ancient spaceborne civilization engaged in in surreptitious study of less developed species. So that looks like... I mean, I don't know. There might be sort of a this might be sort of an in-joke, but I do wonder which one that is. It almost looks like it might be Mongolian. Like, no, Attila. No, the Huns weren't Hunnish. I don't know. The horse head and the general shape sort of makes me think of a Hun, but I am no historian. So, also let me just
Vital signs.
shut up and let me theorize. Holographic projector. This device contains a network apparatus and a holographic projection unit. It was likely used as a communication relay, capturing and projecting the image of the user at a remote location. There does not appear to be any other device in range. Okay. Nanobots. Scans show some point of data inside the seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, as it is not possible to ascertain their exact functions. It would be unwise to release them. Yeah, nanobots are usually kind of like that. Organic matter particulator. This device contains a highly unstable radioactive isotope likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it while leaving physical structures intact. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it is most likely used to sterilize space for later inhabitation. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, yeah, that probably makes sense. Rudimentary tablet. This device shares similarities to the tablets used to access the alien facilities, although the structure is rather less complex. It may have served a similar purpose, granting secure access to storage of relevant data, and was thus kept here as a form of legacy support. Oh, legacy support. But then why is it in like a display case? I think this was... Yeah. This construct is a high bandwidth signal, constant with alien transmission sent elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the life forms indigenous to this planet. Its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan-class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may have also recorded biological data. However, this data cannot be retrieved. Okay, so they were chipping them. That makes sense. This device stores linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages. The core of this device may allow alien text to be read and translated. Analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. I feel like I should recognize that, but I don't. Yeah, no, I don't get it. The device seems to be configured to translate the desire into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. Okay. It still might have been a little interesting if we had actually found this a little earlier. Like we had gotten completely untranslatable transmissions, and then we found this, and then we could at least partially translate them. Scan data. Alien robot. It's kind of cute. Simpler. Its low-level threat is at odds with the advanced technology apparently available to designers, suggesting it was intended more of a patrol alien facility and repair damage infrastructure than to deter invaders. Not that it doesn't apparently have some kind of shocky thing. Despite its construction is quite elegant in its minimalisms, 4 electromagnetic legs allow it to traverse floors, walls, and ceilings with reasonable speed. Replaceable, few moving parts, rendering it energy efficient and resistant to wear over time. Rechargeable iron-based power reserve ensures the continued operations. Render mobile and return to hotel for mutual profit. I wonder if it's like... Looks like it's got some sort of chip for the AI, but I wonder if it's like... if it's like a really advanced robot or something like we would have nowadays. Like, is this just an alien Roomba? Or is it actually kind of cool? Ion power data. How did I miss one of... I missed this one. The device has... It has been possible to extract useful information regarding alien ion power. Ion cubes are grown artificially from a mineral substance and are treated to remain in a stable state despite the huge ionic energy contained within. By installing an ion cube in an appropriate device, this energy can be released. Using this knowledge, it has been possible to synthesize new batteries and power cells, which leverage the advanced ionic to last considerably longer. Okay, but it doesn't say infinitely. But Okay. Captain's log. Oh, right. This one. The, choose your own adventure game. That's funny.
We're flooding. Evacuate.
Wait. I can reconfigure the O2 system to act as a bilge pump.
It's working.
Okay, good news. We're alive and we've stopped sinking.
Bad?
The oxygen's going to run out in 30 minutes and we're 500 meters down.
What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can. Then we find a way to the surface.
To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Yeah, would have been nice if someone had survived. Oh, hey.
I said others would come.
Oh.
Came out of nowhere. An alien kraken, bigger than a cyclops. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. I barely got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. The rupture threw me clear of the habitat, and the monster turned and bore down on me. Just as its tentacles came within reach, neither appeared out of nowhere. She had a sea glide in one hand, a jagged piece of scrap metal in the other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. I'm certain she got her wish, one way or another. Then I thought I saw a light deep below me. I hoped maybe Bart had swum clear. I followed it. Now I wonder whether I saw anything at all. Our oxygen is low. The habitat is gone. I can't see the sky. Something surely has the scent of my blood.
Man. I would not want to get a knife fight with a Reaper or any of the other Leviathans we found here. So, you know, Maida clearly has some cojones. Torgal Corporation is a long-standing family-owned clan that operates almost a dozen mining and trading outposts. The company's share price hit an all-time high on the announcement by the Mongolian cabal of their intent to construct a new phase gate utilizing Torgal material. These plans were put on hold when Bart Torgal disappeared. Makes sense. Everything's corporations now. That annoys me. It's not about money. That's what every director of our Tales board told me, and I believed them. Profitability is just... I believe them, not believed. In the current tense, profitability is just an interim measure of success. Power and status are the real goals. Okay. Make enough profit for Altera, and you'll be recognized as the most powerful business people in the universe. Establish a company that obliterates the competition, and, after compulsory buyouts, you can be promoted to the board of directors. Free use of the phase gate, personal assessment, longevity, alteration. Get what you deserve. Yep. It seems like a lot of people got what they deserved, but then a lot of people also got, you know, worse than what they deserved. Many die who deserve death, and some die that deserve life. No, many that live deserve death, and some die that deserve life. I misquoted the Lord of the Rings. Oh, I'm such a phony. Nickel ore, uranium. Another... Wait, this isn't uranium, this is uraninite. Uraninite is a naturally occurring uranium oxide. Oh, okay. Highly radioactive and unstable. It's primarily used in the production of uranium reactor rods for a nuclear generator. That's sort of like, and then I haven't really been mucking around with that just because it doesn't seem useful compared to just, like, it does seem like, considering the fact that the end game is inside a volcano, and you have turned heat into power, seems like actually the thermal reactor maybe should have been harder to get to. I don't know. Let's also check out these time capsules. Some drinking apps. Oh yes, and this is when we got the still suit for the first time. Before the crash I felt so humane, and here I am drinking my own urine. However, I can't complain, it's survival. You can't lay back and drink some tea in an alien ocean while everything's trying to kill you. I will admit this chute saved me in a lot of grim situations, and I hope it comes as much use to you as it did to me. The taste will take a little getting used to, which is why I kept some actual water behind. Good luck, survivor, and keep your water in check. Yeah. What do I need to build that, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Like, is that hard to build? Synthetic fibers, aerial gel, copper wire. I might actually build that just to, just for posterity, but the depths of my love. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'm oh my god. Okay, that was the thing. Pyrocurl. I'm a little curious if this is... This curl species, unlike any other encountered on this planet, it so far reflects... Insofar as it relies on magma flow rather than water current to deliver its nutrients. As lava rises up from the planet's core and erupts in vents, this coral forms around the base until eventually it is surrounding the entire vent. Lava is then funneled up through the coral, allowing it to siphon minerals and heat as it goes. I wonder if that could happen. I wonder if there's... Because I know we haven't explored much of the sea, so... I'm going to look at the flora last. This function of the distinctly curved leaves of this aquatic plant is not immediately clear. It's possible that they unfurl in low light conditions, or that they are designed to channel water currents through the main body of the plant, thus enhancing nutrient take-up. That would make sense. Ghost feather. Ghostweed. It grows exclusively in deep waters where its parapigmentation is visible to the fewest wavelengths. Yeah, that's something they don't really... I don't feel like they really play with, is the fact that when... In the real world, with real-world physics, when you are under more water, and the more water you're under, the more wavelengths can't be seen. So, I don't know. Spotted dockleaf, a simple aquatic plant. Chemicals within the leaves act as hold on a second. I think I got them. Alright. Simple aquatic chemicals within the leaves act in nutrients found in the local specimens, thereby actively encouraging predation by herbivores, albeit in small quantities. This ensures the plant both spreads its seeds but retains enough surface area on the leaves to survive itself. That's interesting. That makes a lot of sense as far as plants go. That is an interesting evolutionary strategy. Although, again, that feels a little goal-oriented, but I guess it would make sense if you would have some cross-pollination with the poisonous plants that you're near. So yeah, that might actually make some sense. Blood roots. Generally extends from one cave wall to the other, where the root system breaks through the open waters, tendrils coil around one another for enhanced structural integrity. The cave wall, it penetrates into the rock and will continue to grow at a slower rate. Both blood roots and blood vines produce blood oil pustulars, confirming that they are in fact one and the same flora species. The majority of the root system thrives within the rock itself, occasionally breaking into open water to reach untapped mineral resources or generating vines which feed upon water-based nutritions and poor Japanese villagers. Again, if you don't get that, I don't know. If you like horror, check it out. If you don't. It will haunt your nightmares. A colored relatives of the acid shroom, adapted for low conditions, considerably more acidic than its shallow water synthetic. Application advanced fabrication, yes, can turn into hydrochloric acid, which is nice. Alright, let's look at the fauna. Let's look at the parasites first. Amoeboid. Wait, that's a, okay. Non-sentient, found attached to the land, fossilized organic material. It feeds on this material. And we're going to devise to create 2 new or genetically identical offspring, and the cycle continues. Okay, I thought these were plants. Don't seem to do anything with them. Lava larvae. A grub-like species which appears to lack sight and smell, but is able to sense and drain thermoelectric energy in its immediate environment, which is probably why we don't want them on us. Smooth surfaces generate high pressure suction, will release if it comes under sufficient strain. Thick scales protect from extreme temperatures. The lava larvae lacks a traditional digestive system. Instead, it powers its internal process directly from the energy it consumes. That seems weird. Remove to conserve batteries. Yeah, that makes sense. That seems a little odd. Alright, what else? What else have we found? Crab snakes! Appears to a local fauna. All encountered specimens have been located within 50 meters of the jellyfish floor, frequently within the plants themselves. Yeah, that's where we've seen them. 2 pairs of fangs, 1 large claw on either side, plunging... It plunges these claws into its prey, locking them in place with its inner jaw, tears through the flesh. I would love... I'm actually going to look for this, but someone should do, if this hasn't already been done, like I know I couldn't do this, but should do like a Source Maker, like nature documentary style, like just you know, something like that, like, but it's like super realistic. There's like blood, and you know, this is like the predation. It would, like, you know, when you see on some of the Animal Planet stuff. Yep. Territorial. Yeah, that makes sense. Crab squid. Jerks. Large predator found in deep water where it lures amongst blood kelp and membrane trees to search a prey. It can deploy a powerful electromagnetic pulse to defend itself. 10 limbs featured in different appendages for swimming, walking, hunting, and possibly even tool use. Creature caught in its grasp are expertly butchered and quickly consumed. Can it actually go on land? These and other illuminated herbivores are its usual prey, and it will approach and attack any light source in the vicinity. Its EMP blast was likely developed as a response to predation by creatures with electrical hunting mechanisms, which actually makes sense. So, assumably, these guys are hunted by the ampules, or were. While it appears to have a large brain and resembles an intelligent squid of Earth, the organ inside the creature's head is in fact its stomach, which it must fill with startling regularity. Neutralizes electrical equipment, light attack attracts its unwanted attention. I wonder if you could sort of permanently... No, because those things have batteries. Like I say, I wonder if you could permanently attract it by basically just building a light and then just leaving it in their area, but yeah.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, I might actually not save here just because all I'm doing is talking and then I won't have used all this water, but whatever. Lava lizard, medium-sized predator, adapted for life in volcanic regions and remarkably able to spit molten rocks at its foe. We haven't actually seen it do that yet, but design maximum damage to its prey. Scale tissue. Yeah, no. It's like, these guys are bad, and they live near the water, or the magma, which makes them even worse. Luckily, do these actually say, regularly builds up a thick layer of skull tissue over time, which enables them to withstand even greater temperatures inside and out, but not enough to actually go diving into it. It seems. Because there were we saw some of those dead last time. River Prowler. Eel-like torso, highly vulnerable, consisting predominantly of spinal column and cartilage, overlap with other eel predators of this planet. Deceased. Mixed Leviathan. These fossils likely came from the ancient ancestor of the Leviathans which have this planet today. Their relative size and the delicacy of the bones suggest they form part of the ear canal or some other complex internal structure. Okay, if I had looked at this right away, then I would know what the hell they're talking about. Whoops. Reaper. Reapers are ill-suited to high-temperature environments, suggesting this creature was forced down into an active lava zone by conditions outside its control. Trace muscle tissues remain on the bone, indicating the specimen died in recent months. Burns and other physical damage to the skeletal structure likely became prey for something bigger, which is probably the other thing. Okay, so wait, what would have... Because unless the implication is that we've been here for months, and the crash, like, did something the aliens do? No, this would have been, it must have somehow when the, Dasani or Torgal or whatever the hell their names were, came in, like, either their ship crashing or the, aliens' defense must have, I guess not must have, but seems like it might have, forced it down. Crimson Way. Largest race on the planet, generally docile behavior, thick skulls, or thick skin for, oh, it does have eyes, for extreme temperature. Do scales, are scaly, like, thick scales good for, high temperatures? Because you'd actually think that you would want, like, less, so you could, you'd want to evolve away from heavily any kind of insulation, because the body has to generate in heat, and you need to dissipate it. So that seems like sort of like how that's the biggest problem with spaceships, is that it's not generating or absorbing heat, it's dissipating it. Ghost rays. I have apparently not looked at these. Deep sea conditions. Its body is fully protected by translucent skin. Its large wings are capable of generating considerable thrust. As common of their ghostly flesh is inedible, making them one of the more resilient herbivores. Well, wait a minute. It's just inedible for everyone? That's interesting. Alright, what was the one Leviathan we hadn't seen? We haven't talked about the sea treader. A vast bipedal? Tripedal. Or is that not also a foot? Reefs and herds, grazing the antenna on the creature's head can detect a range of scents, helping the sea treader find fresh grazing pastures. Elongated snout used to siphon up plant material on the seafloor and maintain balance. That's its nose. Or its mouth. Okay. Interesting. Thick armor protects the creature from attacks when all but the largest of carnivores. 2 legs extend from the rear. Sea strider herds may unearth mineral deposits as they churn up the sand. So yeah, like if I need more, that will be useful. But I think that will be basically it for this episode. So before we go, I'm going to grab one more of these. Oh, we apparently found lava lizard eggs. Cool. And then before we completely leave, I'm going to set my scanners to go for either gold or silver. Can I find either gold or silver right now? No. Awesome. Oh well. We'll have to come back for that. I mean, that's going to be the next part of this, is so because we need to build the where do we have Kenya? Oh no, we already built that. So really, we could go back down there as is, but before we go back down and maybe finish off the this part of the story of survival. What did I? Oh, there it is in here. But yeah, before we do that, I'm going to get some alien batteries and see how good they are. But that'll be it for this episode, so thank you for watching for this little bonus episode. I will see you guys next time for a real one. Bye-bye.